Breaking news, you need to watch this.
We want to address what's happening outside of the building. There are ruthless attacks that are creating fear and chaos in our communities in the name of law and order. Trump is using military forces to stop a protest.
Doechii is proof that an artist can also stand up for social causes and use their platform to speak out against injustices. After she talked about being honored and thanking everyone for the award, she made a statement by saying she would be remiss not to speak about the injustice that's going on right outside of where the BET Awards are happening.
Shout out Doechii for using her platform at the BET Awards in her acceptance speech. It was phenomenal. Take a look.
Trump is using military forces to stop a protest.
And once again, I gotta give Doechii my 10s. I didn't even know that the BET Awards was today, but her calling out the whole issue going on, the protest, calling out the...
Hi guys, welcome back again to the channel. I hope you are doing well wherever you are. All my returning subscribers, guys, thank you so much for the love and support. I don't take none of you for granted. And of course, if you see me for the very first time, I hope you do consider subscribing on the channel. So without even wasting time, let's go direct into today's episode. I came across a video of this lady, is it last night? Because when it comes to time zone in Africa and America, things are way different. So I should say this video happened maybe last night in America, and it's all about the BET award. You know, they are giving the awards. So I don't know what this lady, the kind of award that she was getting, but for the fact that she went on that pulpit and she started spewing facts about Trump and all whatever is going on, the protest in Los Angeles, very many people are literally surprised, appreciating her for the fact that she had to stand out, because many people think when it comes to these BET awards, most people are there just to, you know, to celebrate, to enjoy their life. They want to thank God. They are thanking their mothers for pushing them. But for the fact that this lady didn't even forget about her own country, America, in whatever they are going through, she is a real hero, I should say. Because not all celebrities can come out and stand out on that pulpit and talk about whatever is going on in America. Maybe some of them are even scared. The only thing they can do is to talk about these things in, you know, in secrecy. You know, at this point, I feel like whatever is going on in America, the deportation and all the protest, it's not because with Trump, anything is possible. Anything can happen. So I don't know what you guys think about these clips. I don't know, am I just being too much? That is what I can say for now. But let's continue watching these clips from different people that have really reacted on this episode. Let me know what you think about it down in the commentary, and I'm going to come back and close this video.
But as much as I'm honored by this award, I do want to address what's happening right now outside of the building. There are ruthless attacks that are creating fear and chaos in our communities in the name of law and order. Trump is using military forces to stop a protest. And I want y'all to consider what kind of government it appears to be when every time we exercise our democratic right to protest, the military is deployed against us.
Doechii is proof that an artist can also stand up for social causes and use their platform to speak out against injustices. After she talked about being honored and thanking everyone for the award, she made a statement by saying she would be remiss not to speak about the injustice that's going on right outside of where the BET Awards are happening. And what's so interesting to me is that she's one of the youngest artists that has touched the stage tonight, but has been the only one to acknowledge what is going on outside of the doors, the four walls of where they're all sitting and privileged. There's probably billions of dollars sitting in that room, and not one of those people were going to acknowledge the fact that Trump is literally running amok in the city that they're in, celebrating the BET Awards tonight. I keep saying this, but that generation, Gen Z, is going to be the generation that makes the biggest social impact that we've seen thus far. They are not into respectability politics, and the way that they're able to tackle every injustice that comes their way is admirable. Shout out to Doechii.
So last night was the BET Awards, and Doechii accepted, I think it was the best female, I want to say hip-hop vocalist award. I don't know where the fuck I got that from. That's not even the point. The point is she spoke up against what's going on in LA. And I actually just want to shed light as to how fucking easy it is to use your voice. So this whole excuse of I don't want to get into it as a artist, I don't want to be seen as in a mixed media, I don't want to be this, that, I call that bullshit. I call that bullshit. Doechii has been out for about a couple of years now. She's in her prime right now, and she decided this was the time to speak up against something. And most people, that would have been the worst time to speak up against something, because record labels can shut you down. Record labels can stop whatever she got going on, and she didn't give a fuck. So I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck the excuse is for people that have been in the game for 17 years. For people that's been here for 30 years. The people that's seen rap created. What the fuck are you not using your voice for? You have this new hip-hop vocalist. I don't know why the fuck you call her. It don't matter. Coming in here, taking awards, taking Grammys, and speaking up against shit, and she don't look not frightened. She didn't stutter not one time. So my question is, the bitches that been in the rap game since DJ Kool Herc stepped in Brooklyn, where the fuck are you at? Where the fuck are you at? And what's the excuse for that now? Because the worst time to speak up against something is in your prime. And that was the best time for her to speak up against something. So I'm just trying to feel lazy. You got all these accolades. You got all these royalties and music and this and the third. Why the fuck were you not on that stage? A lot of y'all was in that fucking... I saw it. They panned it. It was a lot of y'all sitting down and standing up. It was a lot of y'all not clapping and looking. So I'm just trying to figure out. Oh my God. I'm just trying to figure out what it is. What is? Shout out to her. Shout out to speaking up against it. Shout out to everybody that clapped for her. Shout out to everybody that's been working behind the scenes. But that literally, it was a good thing, but it pissed me off because it's just like, I can't understand the excuse now. I can't understand why you will be quiet and accept 10 and 20 Grammys. This new person hops along and is still in the show and spoke up against it regardless and said it by name. Said it by name, said it by culture, said it by the protest, said it by all of that. You're still sitting there with a plaque on the wall, no protest to be shown. What the fuck is the excuse? I'm not waiting. I'm not.
As you all may or may not know, Doechii did an amazing speech at the BET Awards where she specifically talks about the LA protests and talks about how she wants to be an advocate for everybody, for black people, for Latinos, for trans people, etc., etc. As I see that video and I'm reading the comments, one of the comments stick out to me where it's like, oh, now I know for sure that she's not an industry plant. And I'm getting fucking tired of you guys using that stupid term. Because if that were the fucking case, Taylor Swift was an industry plant. Lady Gaga would have been an industry plant. Billie Eilish would have been an industry plant. At the end of the fucking day, the people that consume their music is you guys. Nobody can force an artist down your fucking throat. You choose to consume it. So for them to be relevant, that means people actually fucking like their music. And it's crazy because that term only recently became popular. It wasn't a term that was very popular in like the early 2000s. Because guess what? You can't force someone to consume your fucking art. That's not a fucking thing, bro. And before y'all argue with me, I was there when Rebecca Black dropped Friday. So yeah, they can't force you to like an artist. Because if that were the case, Rebecca Black would have still been fucking relevant to this day.
I was just watching the BET Awards clip of Doechii accepting her award. Two things I want to point out. I reposted it on Twitter. So if you follow me on Twitter, go to my page. If not, you can search it on here. But I want y'all to pay attention, number one, to when the camera panned over the audience. The horror on the faces of some of those celebrities was giving very much, why are you saying this? Why you're gonna get us all in trouble? Why are you talking about this? I want you to pay attention to the celebrities that you can spot in their faces and what their faces are doing, and that's going to tell you everything that you need to know about your faves. And the reason that I bring this up is because I remember a little while ago when everything first started happening with Ukraine and all the things, right? And hell, we can even go back further than that, but we'll start there. When all of that stuff started happening with Ukraine, and we all started having conversation about it online. And one of the conversations that we were having was the fact that there were so many celebrities that had yet to speak up about any of this. And again, like I said, not just about the Ukraine, but just world topics, history in general. There were so many things, so many other things that were starting to happen when that happened, that made us have these conversations like, why are y'all so silent? You're not silent when you go on tour. You're not silent when you want to promote something that's going to put money in your pocket. You're not silent when you want our money. So why are you so silent on matters that affect all of us? Matters that even if they're not affecting you right now, they're going to affect you eventually. And the reason that I bring this up is because I remember around that time, there were so many of you on Twitter, on here, who were saying things like, they're celebrities. Why should they have to speak up? Why do we feel entitled to have them speak up? Celebrities aren't activists. Because what we just witnessed just now, what was that? Activism. And to be completely honest, that always confused me when y'all said things like that, because off the top of my head, I could think of 3 celebrities who were major activists. Nina Simone, Harry Belafonte, Sammy Davis Jr. Like, back in the day, celebrities were the activists. So just in case you were wondering, that is activism. What Doechii did today, because again, she didn't bite bullets. She said what she said with her chest. What is happening right outside of our building, just in case you were wondering, that is activism. That is using your privilege, and that is using your influence.
Shout out Doechii for using her platform at the BET Awards and her acceptance speech. It was phenomenal. Take a look.
Trump.
So shout out Doechii. Way to use your platform. Way to speak up about the protest. Way to speak up for trans people. Way to speak up for all marginalized groups. And shout out, I'm glad she mentioned Gaza, what happened to Greta Thunberg and the people just trying to bring aid to the people of Gaza, and the Israeli forces captured them in international waters. It is absolutely despicable. It's despicable what's going on there as well. So shout her out. Hell yeah. Way to use your platform, baby. Let's go.
Now, I know the majority of these maybe Black Americans or even some white people, they are like, we really don't care. We don't care about whatever is going on, the deportation and the protest. That is none of our business. But for the fact that this lady came out and stood and actually decided to show that actually this is our business, for her to stand out and speak about Trump and his governance and all the protest that is going on how people are literally being deported every day, every night, this turns out to be everybody's business in America. That's what I think. This looks to be everybody's business right now. I feel like no one should say that, oh, that is not my business. The moment you say that is not my business, boom, tomorrow you find out that you're actually unemployed tomorrow because of all these tariffs that are going on and all the poor governance that is going on in America. Because with Trump, anything is possible. Anything can happen.
Man, the Black people who are saying like this isn't our fight, stay home, are really something else. Like, the only reason why Trump can't come for us is because we are literally property of America. We were bought and brought here. But trust me, we aren't treated any better, bro. Our families are just broken in different ways. Like, please, wake up. Please, wake up, wake up.
I don't know if y'all saw this video, but they was like, why they not picking up Black people? Like, why they picking up all the Latinos and the Hispanics or whatever and calling them illegals and all that type of stuff? But they be saying that we need to go back home. Why are they not sending us back home? Why are they not sending us back to Africa? Just something to think about.
So exactly, that is what I was talking about in the first part. At this episode, at this season, at this level where America has reached, it's not the Latinos' business anymore. It is not other people's business anymore. I think it is everybody's business to stand out and speak. It is literally everybody's business because this is your country. You have to fight for it. So I don't know what you guys think about this episode. not even intending to make this video very long, but I would really wish or want to learn more from you down in the commentary. If you have watched this video up to this end, thank you so much. And also, if you're seeing me for the very first time, consider subscribing on the channel. Tap on that bell so that every time I upload anything on here, you're always notified. See you. We shall meet again in another clip that I'll be uploading soon.